Longbridge is overlooked really in the role that it's had when you think of how many people that have worked there and how it has shaped not just those people's identities but just generally the identity of the British working classes.
I think the important thing that people actually don't realise is the enormity of the place itself.
There's such a large factory closure that it's more been a case of that is a loss of identity.
A void is created by this suction of one humongous industry going away and what's left. And what that creates is a sort of strange feeling within the people that are left behind. And that can be really dealt with, I feel, by public artwork.
There's 9 artists working in residence, talking to community members, finding out about Longbridge and people's opinions on the place, and then creating work in response.
We just try and embed ourselves as much as we can into the community by doing lots of little events that are happening, going to community-focused meetings and just making sure that our faces are known around the area. Hopefully people come and are not afraid to get involved or just find out what's going on. We've got 4 major outcomes throughout the project.
It isn't so much about making art with the community, it's letting the community make the art. It's actually putting that onus back and saying what's significant, what's interesting, and the fact that the art can be a conversation, it could be a meal, it could be a cycle ride, it could be any number of things.
People want to express themselves, don't they? And art is a way of expressing themselves.
I've been working in Longbridge for a couple of years now, and this project came out of me and my collaborator Stephen Burke's observations while we were doing research and development in the area. Primarily that the ex-workers of Longbridge Car Factory that we were speaking to were pretty much exclusively men. It took us a year to find 5 different women. They've all got slightly different jobs, slightly different roles that they had in the factory, and took a photographic portrait of them. And we wanted it to be a very traditional way of honouring their stories.
It's always seemed to be listening authentically to local people, and not just big mouths like myself, but those who really have just lived here, and not just lived here, there's nothing just about living here, but those quieter people and their experiences and what it was like for them to live around here. And I think a lot of what I've seen of the Arts Project and experienced has been truly bottom up rather than top down. It's really, people have obviously come with their ideas, but they've been shaped and informed by these interviews with people, rather than, I know what I'm going to do anyway, and I'm going to do it no matter what you tell me. It's actually been really thrilling to see people really be listened to, and the sort of the words like empowerment that gives, that some people have really felt because they feel they've really been listened to.
Although we're talking to people here who've got a strong connection to Car Factory, a lot of the young people here don't have a strong connection to it, or some even don't even really know about it, and that's not so relevant to them. They come to the college, they use the area, they might enjoy the area, but that's a different chapter for them. So I think part of our job is bridging between these two worlds.
So this is why the art project is quite important. It's nice to see the children coming in and doing stuff, the college coming in and doing stuff, but also it's the generations that were involved at the factory actually getting involved. So people are using it as a focal point.
Before I got involved in all of this, it was sort of a case of, we can put a few pictures up or a couple of sculptures or something like that. But then we delved into the detail of what she wanted to do. culminating in a Fête de Luminaire style light festival of lights. You know, hopefully it'll be an annual festival of light as well. It just struck me that this was an opportunity for Longbridge to become the destination I want it to be.
The Lighting Festival is happening in October, and it's an event for the whole of Longbridge to come to the new centre and enjoy a lighting event with lots of different artists from the Midlands, the UK and international artists creating work in response to Longbridge.
It's a new space, it's totally transformed from what it used to be, the car plant and that, so it's nice to see it being used creatively.
For somebody to say an international conference, it truly was, taking place in Longbridge, a lot of people say, whoa, not Longbridge, but it did, it was good, it was high quality, and it's got a lot of energy.
It's very much a multidisciplinary kind of event, which I really like because everyone's very much segmented in what they do. So today you've got a combination of planning, regeneration, you've got art, people talking about education. It's really nice, so it's a good melting pot.
You might say extravagances, you might say huge amounts of money spent in a very short time. It's easy to point to the economic benefit. The elephant, for instance, cost £1.5 million and generated £28 million in ancillary trading and additional income. But this isn't really the point. It's great that these things happen, but the point is that if you were in this crowd and you saw your town suddenly looking like this, your relationship both to the fabric of the buildings, the architecture, and to the people that you shared that experience with are forever changed.
It'd be great for the Lighting Festival to go on and on and on and to be successful, because actually if we grab a little bit from it every year, in a way you're creating a lighting festival that happens all the year round, where actually Longbridge becomes a place of, actually it's just not just another suburb of Birmingham, and that gives people a sense of arrival not only to the second city of Britain, but actually to one of the newest communities in Britain within the city.
I think people are aware it's a new chapter, particularly as the building works have started, but what kind of place this will become is a massive question mark.
The expanse of Longbridge, even though it's only a small place, will be huge.
But it's all developing the area, and I guess it's all there, and it's all starting to give Longbridge its identity.
And I think that the question, what is Longbridge, is the question that we're trying to address. So yes, I don't think anybody knows.